Origin gents, welcome to CG Reacts, and this is Trump wins the White House again by Jonathan Pie. Now this was 4 months ago. Yeah, this is when Trump actually won. Now why am I watching this now? I watched two of the Jonathan Pie video on Trump. One was about Ukrainian deal going to the drain, and the other one obviously, it's one thing I've noticed that when it comes to Trump, obviously he's more left leaning because he is, I'm guessing. But was he like that from the start? As soon as he heard about Trump is coming back, or did he have some kind of a, let's just say, hopeful thing that maybe this time Trump's going to be fine enough or something like that? Or did his mind was just made up from the start? That's what I want to know, right? Obviously, this is more of a satire, comedy type of way. Obviously, this is a skit where he's like a cameraman, wherein camera starts off, he just goes off type of thing. Because there have been a clip like that in the past that was really funny. So he made that into a theme. And yeah, it's going to be interesting. Let's watch it. So remember, if you like my reaction, don't forget to like and subscribe so I know which type of videos to react to more. I like to watch what's happening around the world, I guess. Doesn't matter what. Right, I'm pretty sure he also has a video about UK politics, about Starmer and things. I don't know what's happening there. I remember Jeremy Clarkson getting pissed off about that, so I'm gonna watch that soon as well. So yeah, let's watch this one.
Down. Yeah, I'm just disappointed Trump won, right? I'm sure I'll get over it. It's hardly a meltdown, is it? I'm not thinking of hanging Mike Pence or taking a shit on the Speaker of the House's desk. It's hardly a proper meltdown, is it? Didn't he?
Yeah, so he, okay.
Do well. Eh? First time round, he shocked the world. This time round, it was all but inevitable. He has been given, as he says, a powerful mandate, a conclusive cross-demographic coalition, proving once again that just relying on the vote of city-dwelling, latte-swilling liberal women doesn't win elections. One of the Democrats' final TV adverts was directly to women, and it essentially said, it's fine to vote for Kamala, just don't tell your husband. Yet when you're relying on women to vote for you, don't patronise them by making out they're all wife-battered wallflowers, because if you do that, you will lose. So what we're doing? An explainer of the results. What? Like he fucking smashed it? And she just spunked a couple of $1 billion up the wall on the most limp-dicked campaign in history. Something like that, How long have I got?
This is why I wanted to watch this video. Does he go all off on Trump, or does he actually see the situation talking like that? He's actually seeing the situation, right? This is the reaction everybody had. Like, everybody who was like enough of brain to realize the situation. Like, Trump actually won decisively while she dropped the ball with the insane amount of money she had. People donated like it's nothing, right? Like nobody's business type of way. Nobody got the level of donation that she got, and still she somehow dropped the ball. She didn't go to Joe Rogan, even though that was like a big demographic she could have appealed to. She didn't, which is like, okay, that's just insanity to me.
Okay, what about if you're genuinely trying to understand why America would vote for a convicted felon, a fraudster, a known liar and adjudicated rapist who paid off a porn star with campaign finances and then lied about it?
No, tell me how you really feel.
Stay tuned. All election, I've been asking, what are her policies? And the answer from Democrats has invariably been, well, what are his? Which is no answer at all. They had all the reasons not to vote for one candidate, but no reasons to vote for the other. Nothing on policies, nothing on immigration, no attempt to persuade the electorate that economically...
Yeah, this is also something that pissed me off, man. Even the late night host and everybody was like, their theme was always this. Just vote for her because she's not Trump. Like, I get it, but like that shouldn't be the policy. Really? Vote for her because she's not Trump? That cannot be the winning line. That's just insane, man.
America is doing rather well, actually. Thank you very much. Once again, the Democrats have absolutely failed to effectively address the concerns of millions of Americans, particularly the millions who voted for Trump before and just voted for him again. Kamala Harris has completely ignored a genuine beef these people have. A huge section of America thinks the state is corrupt and wields too much power over normal people's lives and just serves the rich and the powerful. And they're not wrong. Trump didn't create this belief, he just used it. He harnessed it to his own ends, but he is the only person talking about these things. He's voicing concerns that nobody else is. And when Donald Trump says he plans to dismantle the deep state and reclaim democracy from Washington, that might sound chilling or perhaps a bit authoritarian, but to many normal, sane Americans, that sounds amazing. Taking a flamethrower to governmental institutions is a genuinely attractive offer to millions of Americans. It's not about left or right or good versus evil. It's not about MAGA. It's not about religion or abortion. They just feel powerless. They feel the state doesn't protect them from injustice.
Yeah, that is so true, man. See, the problem with all this is like things are a spectrum, and we are in the, let's just say, Goldilocks zone of that spectrum. Let's just say it, right? So the problem with that is that everything that they say is true, right? Everything like how government is just like everything's locked in. Democracy is like, okay, it feels shaky. Like it feels like everybody's just going round and round, right? Like government doesn't really work. They just do the robotic things. Like Congress never do anything, right? Shit never works. That's the thing it has become, and that is true, right? So people like, we need change. We need things to change, where governments actually work, where things actually work. And that is also true. But the problem with that is, can Trump do it? Right? That's the thing. Because if he fails at that or doesn't realize what he's doing, he can literally dismantle a proper structure that is the government. The biggest democracy in biggest country of the world. The most stable country in the world, whether you like it or not. People are like, oh, just make a joke about it, stable, and enter some joke here. It is stable compared to everything else. Right, so the biggest powerful country, democratic country in the world, the structure might be dismantled. Like he's, shutting off a lot of federal agency right now. Maybe that will work, but if it doesn't, it might fuck up the future. And the problem with government like that is like once you, start this domino effect, it's not easy to stop. Right? Even 10, 20 years from now, you'll feel the effect of it. So can he do that? That's the thing. All this shit, will it work or will it just like screw everything over, right? So that's the thing. It's a spectrum. It's like a delicate balance, right? Trump is saying like this is the issue and that is the issue, and he's saying I'm going to solve it and he's trying to solve it. That is also true. But if he fucks it up, it's completely ruined. That's the thing. While the other side didn't want to acknowledge that. Oh, no, nothing. Everything's fine. Nothing's problem here. Everything's fine, right? And like never actually addressed anything. And people didn't want to do that same shit. Like, okay, another guy is going to be coming, another woman, right? Another president is going to come and it's just going to be Biden 2.0. What's the point of that? Right? That kind of shit. Nothing will happen. That was their fear. So even the people who voted for Biden didn't vote for her this time.
It just protects itself, and Kamala Harris has completely ignored the issue, handing Trump the keys to the White House, as well as the Senate and possibly the House in the process, whilst thinking we're right and he's wrong and that's good enough for us. Shame on them. The feeling all across America is at least he's going to do something. At least something will change. If you're going to go head to head with a man who is willing to lie through his teeth to get elected, who will say anything to get elected, then you better have something better to say yourself. Instead, all we got was this puke-inducing on the sofa with Oprah bullshit. This election is about joy over hate. It's about lifting people up. No, it isn't. It's about who is going to actually do.
Pompous and bravados, basically. Oh, look at that Oprah. Look at Beyonce. Like, I'm gonna win because I'm Beyonce. Why? Why would that make you win? In the today's information age where everybody can communicate with everything, everybody can get like a notification for some news and anything, basically. Anybody can just like, not even Google, just tell AI and AI will basically give you the answer. Google AI has gotten so good, they asked something about my bike. There was no answer in any forum, but somehow it found and compiled in a way to give me an answer that was the right answer. That's how it's become now. I'm actually looking for Google AI every time I search because it's giving me right answers that even searching doesn't give me. In that world, do you really think you can just do this pompous shit where you just get, oh, look at the cliche, here's a celebrity, here's Beyonce, here's Oprah, I'm gonna win. No, you're not gonna win like that.
Do something. Change something. You can't just run on sunshine and lollipops and just not being the other guy. If she's not going to do anything meaningful, then why vote for her? And it's almost like no one gives a fuck which rich Hollywood A-listers are supporting Kamala Harris. It's almost as if unless Katy Perry, Harrison Ford, Beyonce, Taylor Swift, Eminem, DiCaprio or Clooney have got a new film or an album out to plug, then no one gives a fuck. What are her policies? How's she going to help me feed my kids? What's she going to do about the border? Fuck all. She doesn't have to do anything because she's just been endorsed by Sean Bean, Orlando Bloom and Dick Van Dyke. No one cares. Trump had Dr. Phil and Hulk Hogan, and he still fucking won. And with
Hulk Hogan might be the most hated guy of all time. Hulk Hogan might not have the best PR right now, but when it comes to the spectrum of how many people his name is spread to, how much exposure he has, Hulk Hogan might be one of the most famous guys of all time. So there is an exposure there. Yeah.
Real-life Bond villain Elon Musk beavering away on X, spreading a flurry of slurry across the Gooniverse, and Jeff Bezos crouched in a filleting position ready to receive the royal orange cock of the tax-dodging multi-millionaire felon who's now running the show. America is now a fully-fledged plutocracy. So no real change there then. He will govern largely untrammeled this time. The drainer of swamps, the melter of snowflakes has returned to take America back to the good old days of lynchings, mass deportations and coat hanger abortions. An America where the denial of fact is government policy, where truth takes a back seat in favour of a brash, lying narcissist hell-bent on revenge and chaos. Okay, yeah, let's go. Well, a decisive win for Donald Trump. The Democrats have a lot of soul-searching to do. However, the Democrats did make history by getting the first out transgender person elected to the US Congress. So it's not all bad. A small but significant gain there. But when we take a look at...
Yeah, I think I remember, was it a Bill Burr skit or whose skit? I don't know. But people need to realize that when it comes to in democracy, when we talk about the acceptance of everyone, it's about acceptance and tolerance, not liking something from heart or something, right? Because you only like what you like. You can't force yourself to like something else. So nowadays, left side also has this whole element. If there is 0.0001% of people, all the 99.9% of people just have to love them. No, you need to accept them and tolerate them at best, right? That's the thing, right? If you just say, love them and just that is going to be in your face all the time. Oh, by the way, this 0.001% of the person is going to represent 22% of your population. And I don't think people are going to vote based on that, man. Right? People are I'm gonna accept that person. That person is equal to me every single way. I'm going to tolerate everything. I'm going to accept everything. But if you ask that's the person who's going to run everything, me and my life, based on the identity politics that they have, yeah, I'm not going to do that. Any rational person is going to do that. People need common sense back. That's the thing. It's not that they are some East person. They are racist, this East. It's not East, right? They are just rationally thinking it. Right? People need rationality back. People grab extremes and just cling on to that that's the new norm. Extremes are not supposed to be the norm. That's why they're the extremes. But yeah, Trump won the White House again. He's, I was hoping his tone was that where he bashes the left wing for dropping the ball and still obviously take jabs at Trump because of course he's going to do that. He's still left wing. But yeah. Well, if you like my reaction, don't forget to subscribe and I'll see you next time.